Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Emile Ennis Jr. back here with Clevver News, and Keke Palmer is facing major backlash from fans who felt that her comments about food stamps and that healthy food is nearly inaccessible to people on EBT were in very poor taste. We've got to hand it to Keke Palmer for being passionate about what she believes to be important topics worth fighting for and using her platform to spread awareness, but this time around her comments about food stamps completely backfired, resulting in a massive disagreement amongst her fans. On Monday morning, after having a chat with some friends, Keke took to Twitter to share her thoughts about EBT cards. She wrote, "Imagine if your EBT card could only work on healthy items," alongside a side-eye emoji, which was the initial tweet that opened the floodgates to an ongoing virtual firestorm. Prior to tweeting this, Keke had been replying to fans in a lengthy discussion centered on the topic of health food costs and the lack of health food options in low-income communities. Many shared their thoughts beginning with, "Imagine if," like these tweets that read, "Imagine if actual grocery stores with fresh produce decided to set up in low-income communities," and "Imagine if healthy items were more affordable and accessible to everyone in America." But it was Keke's tweet that apparently struck a nerve among her followers, and within hours, Keke began trending on social media as fans chimed in, deeply disappointed in what she had written. One user responded to her since-deleted tweet writing, "This ain't it, Keke. Healthy items aren't always accessible or affordable. People on food stamps should be allowed to eat whatever they want. Who are you to police what someone else is doing with their benefits?" This comment was very out of touch. Another person tweeted, "Woo, Keke said no dessert for poor people, only spinach." And this fan said, "This food stamps discourse is just weird and feels so wrong." Not all things gotta be a discourse, y'all. What poor people do with that money or what they eat or don't eat, unhealthy or not, is really nobody's business. Although it was Keke's Imagine If post that received most of the negative attention, some of her previous tweets give more context to the points that she was trying to make. One tweet read, "You never realize what healthy food is actually worth until you decide to eat extremely healthy and notice that everything is $1 million. I see corporations know the nutritious are valuable off top." She also responded to one user who claimed that healthy food is largely inaccessible if you don't have your own piece of land to grow your own food on by saying, "I feel the government need to settle the score, period." Keke then went on to call out 3-day President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris in a tweet that read, "Hey Kamala Harris, I know you just started, but me and my friends were talking about it and we think EBT cards should swipe free on all items considered healthy. XOXO. Meanwhile, Keke's initial tweet about food stamps was still being dragged around Twitter when another user called her out by saying, quote, "You really need to chill, because this is the most ignorant stance and statement due to privilege and assumption you're exercising in the statement alone." Keke, who was clearly confused by the negative feedback, responded back by saying, "Damn, I thought it was a nice suggestion considering I know so many people consoling they can't afford the healthy food with their EBT cards. My bad. Everybody don't feel the same. That's okay, LOL." Another takeaway from Keke's tweet, as this user put it, was the fact that they cannot afford it because unhealthy food is cheap. If they have to use their card on health foods, it won't go as far to feed the family. They can use it on healthy foods, but making it a requirement will leave a lot of people hungry, which is kinda opposite. Keke remained firm on her initial stance in that all health foods are free because they are healthy, meaning the healthy items don't count against it. Other tweets came flooding in, slamming rich people dictating what poor people should and should not do. And one person even called her a millennial diva. After another user explained that fans are basically just waiting for Keke to take accountability and apologize, she said, "Apologize for thinking people should get free food? I'm confused with that one, LOL. How is it offense to suggest people deserve free food on EBT? Because that's all I'm suggesting." Keke then took things even further when one person suggested that she don't toy with issues that don't concern her, to which she responded that this is what Americans' tax dollars should be going to. At one point, Keke even roped the Kardashians into the mix, claiming that unlike them, and no shade, she had to work to get where she is. One user attempted to clarify Keke's initial take, saying that if the plan is EBT only, then that would mean Keke is poverty shaming, to which she responded that she's not trying to encourage anything harmful, she's simply just into the discussion. And although this matter was a little more controversial than initially anticipated, it's important that we learn how to engage in healthy conversations which have the potential to lead to much greater solutions down the road. And who knows, maybe Keke and Kamala will end up teaming up in the White House in the years to come. Now, to see what Emma Chamberlain said about her political status after deactivating Twitter, click right over here to watch another Clevver video. Then be sure to let me know all your thoughts on Keke's take on EBT cards down here in the comment section below, and if you agree with her initial stance. I'm your host, Emile Ennis Jr. You can find me on Instagram at Emile Ennis Jr., and I'll see you soon right back here on Clevver News. Bye, guys.